Why did you make the decision to take out Maduro this morning? And what was Maduro doing when our guys came in on him?
So we were going to do this 4 days ago, but the weather was not perfect. The weather has to be perfect. And we had just the perfect weather. We had, very good. A little bit few more clouds than we thought, but it was good. We waited 4 days. We were going to do this 4 days ago, 3 days ago, 2 days ago. And then all of a sudden it opened up and we said go. And I'll tell you, it was just amazing. And what was he doing? He was in a very highly guarded, like a fortress, actually. He was in a fortress. That we had nobody killed was amazing. I think we had nobody killed, I have to say, because a couple of guys were hit, but they came back and they're supposed to be in pretty good shape. But that we had nobody killed, that we lost no aircraft. Everything came back. We got it all back. One of them was hit pretty hard, but a helicopter, but we got it back. But it just was the right time to do it. We had to do it because it's a war. We're losing 300,000 people a year. We don't lose that much in a war, okay, if you look. And we had to do it. But he was in a house that was more like a fortress than a house. It had steel doors. It had what they call a safety space where it's, solid steel all around. He didn't get that space closed. He was trying to get into it, but he got bum rushed so fast that he didn't get into that. We were prepared. We had, massive blowtorches and everything else that you need to get through that steel, but we didn't need it. He didn't make it to that area of the house.
In the early hours of January 3rd, multiple explosions rocked Caracas, the capital of Venezuela, as American forces reportedly conducted air and military strikes across several regions. Witnesses in Caracas reported shooting blasts, low-flying aircraft, and large plumes of smoke rising over key military installations, such as Fort Tiuna and the La Carlota Air Base. Initial reports indicate that these were U.S. military airstrikes, part of what some outlets are calling a major escalation following months of mounting pressure by the Trump administration against Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro. Early this morning, Donald J. Trump took to X to issue a dramatic statement, one that has sent shockwaves through international capitals. In his post, Trump declared, "The United States of America has successfully carried out a large-scale strike against Venezuela and its leader, President Nicolás Maduro, who has been, along with his wife, captured and flown out of the country. This operation was done in conjunction with U.S. law enforcement. Details to follow. There will be a news conference today at 11 a.m. at Mar-a-Lago. Thank you for your attention to this matter." This statement, posted early Saturday morning, claims that the Venezuelan president and his wife Cilia Flores were taken into U.S. custody and removed from the country as part of the military action. At time of reporting, independent verification of Maduro's capture has not been confirmed by international agencies or Venezuelan officials. And this claim alone has ignited controversy around legality and accuracy. The Venezuelan government immediately responded to the strikes by declaring a national emergency, condemning what it called a military aggression and a blatant violation of its sovereignty. Caracas called on citizens to mobilize and resist what it described as U.S. imperialism. Across the region, leaders are reacting with alarm. Colombia's president demanded an emergency United Nations Security Council meeting, while Cuba denounced the actions as a criminal attack against the Venezuelan people. Meanwhile, in the United States, lawmakers have taken to social media with sharply divided reactions. Some critics are calling the assault illegal without congressional authorization, while supporters argue it's a decisive blow against a regime accused of corruption and narco-terrorism. This dramatic escalation did not come out of nowhere. Over the past 5 months, the Trump administration deployed a large naval task force in the Caribbean, including nuclear-capable assets, and escalated strikes against suspected drug trafficking vessels and facilities linked to Venezuela. Trump has repeatedly warned that land strikes could be imminent if Maduro's government did not change course. Analysts say this current operation, whether meant to capture Maduro or forcibly remove him, is the most intense U.S. military intervention in Latin America in decades. For many around the world, this raises urgent questions. What legal authority does the U.S. have to launch these strikes without a formal declaration of war? What implications does the alleged capture of a foreign head of state have under international law? How will Venezuela's military and its citizens respond next? And what fallout might we see across the global geopolitical arena? These are questions still unfolding in real time, and they will shape the news we cover in the coming days and weeks. As this story continues to develop, one thing is clear. Today's events will have long-lasting consequences. A nation is under siege, governments are at odds, and the world watches as history unfolds in real time. Stay with True Crime Daily News for continuous updates.